So, episode 5, season 8 of Game of Thrones. This is the episode that ruins the whole season. If you were pissed off, if you were rage induced, if you were devastated by Arya killing the Night King, prepare yourself for the worst. And Game of Thrones final episode drops tonight. I'm getting this review out very late, so I don't even know if anybody's gonna watch it. But I do want to talk about some things in here, like Varys getting burned alive over doing nothing really wrong. Just, yeah, sure, it's treason, but come on. So Daenerys burns Varys alive with her dragon, and Jon Snow and Tyrion just kind of stand there like, oh, well, he deserves this? What? I don't believe for a second that Jon Snow and Tyrion are going to stand there and let this guy just be burned alive for not doing anything wrong, for suggesting that Jon Snow's a better king, the rightful ruler, a better ruler, because he actually cares about the people and doesn't care about the stupid throne, and he doesn't want it. And ultimately, Jon says he doesn't want it, so he doesn't have to take it, and that's pretty much the conclusion on that. But let's top that off with burn Varys alive, because, this is who Daenerys is now. And I can see the reasons, the incentive for her to do it, because she's really threatened by Jon Snow taking the throne and taking everything from her when she's already lost so much. But I can't see Jon Snow and Tyrion just standing there and letting this go down, being okay with it. Tyrion being the one who exposes him, and the Master of Secrets just waiting there to be taken, to be burned alive. Oh, come on, man. Beyond that, Jaime going and subverting my expectations, not going there to Trojan horse Cersei, going there to die with her. I mean, they make the villain Cersei look like a helpless victim. This is how she ends. She goes out with a whimper instead of a bang. This is how it ends for Cersei. Very pathetic, and all she did is stand around this whole season. She did nothing, and she dies this way. It's really lackluster, really poor. I mean, we're talking about a very manipulative, powerful, evil woman, and she's always got a contingency plan for everything, but she just goes out like this. So that's garbage. Jaime's redemptive arc being thrown out the window, that's garbage. But here's the worst offense of it all, is that Daenerys, Tyrion goes on about it. If they ring the bells, let them surrender. And they do. They surrender. All the men drop their weapons, they surrender. And there's no reason for civilian casualties to be had. Daenerys has claimed victory with her dragon, despite losing her other dragon so easily against this fleet of ships. She's able to come attack the entire fleet, destroy the entire fleet, destroy all the mounted arms on the wall. She's able to destroy all that without getting so much as a scrape. I don't remember her getting a scrape. I don't really remember there being much of a narrow, close call. She just kind of goes in there and just wipes them all out very simply, very easily. And then she chooses to slaughter a bunch of innocent people, burn King's Landing to ash. It makes no sense. It's completely out of character. Like I said, I mean, at the point where her friend got decapitated and her dragon got killed and she was walking away emotionally devastated the previous episode, I could see her not caring about civilians being caught up in it. As long as she gets to the throne, I could see her, accepting casualties, many civilian casualties. But when you go on to claim victory without any civilian casualties, and then you go out of your way to murder a bunch of civilians for no reason, instead of going straight at the woman who decapitated your friend and killed your dragon, and it's really out of character. That they're really trying to shock people here, and it's really distasteful. It's awful. Like, they don't care about paying off the character arcs that they built up. They care about surprising the hell out of you. So That's all they care about now. They don't really care about this show. They don't really care about the characters. And here's the thing, they don't care about the characters because writers actually care about their characters. A real writer that cares about his characters would not do something like this. But she does it. She slaughters all these innocents. You got Arya running through the city, almost getting buried again and again, covered from head to toe in ash. The only good thing about this episode was that the Mountain and the Hound finally got their final battle, and they died fighting each other. That asshole from the Iron Fleet is finally dead. But this whole episode's garbage. I mean, you got Jamie dying, his redemptive arc over the course of all these seasons meant absolutely nothing. So when you go back and rewatch all that, that's just a waste of time. All that's just filler material now. His entire arc means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Daenerys' entire arc, well, now it just means that all the stuff, the breaker of chains stuff, she was completely evil the whole time. And like I said, Ser Jorah's, I said this in another video, Ser Jorah's sacrifice means absolutely nothing. And Jon Snow, here again, looking neutered, not able to stop anything, not even really trying that hard to stop anything. He's just like all distraught and traumatized by the war and seeing these people being slaughtered by Grey Worm, who went completely evil, just stabbing people viciously, brutally, and Jon Snow's like defending himself from some of the King's Landing's guards, but at the same time, this is Jon Snow, a guy who's been through everything. He would battle both sides. He would try to stop Grey Worm. He would try to stop the Unsullied. He would fight them even if it means his death. He would fight both sides even if the soldiers are still coming at him. Until they wise up, he would be taking on both sides. This is Jon Snow we're talking about. But he doesn't really do anything until like near the very end, where he saves a woman, and that woman's probably dead anyway because we saw King Landing got burned to ash. It's nothing but rubble and ash, and Daenerys is now the Queen of Ashes. This whole Tyrion is just neuter too. He's not wise or anything. He's just kind of devastated. Everybody's devastated, and the audience is devastated that Daenerys did this, and there was no reason, no cause for it. It's just completely god-awful. God-awful. This episode ruins the entire show. It really does, because what are you going to do now? The only thing you can do now is have Jon Snow kill Daenerys and take the throne. But I mean, I have no idea what they're going to do next. Obviously, they don't want anybody to have a clue. They don't want anybody to have a clue with the way they throw everything out the window just to surprise you. So, I mean, like, maybe that little Starbucks cup in episode 4 was foreshadowing for that Howard Schultz guy to ultimately claim the throne. That Starbucks guy that's running for president or whatever. I don't know if that's still going on, but that guy who intends, that guy, maybe he's the ultimate villain of this show. I don't know. Because they really are trying hard to subvert expectations here, and this show's just garbage now. All those years. Now nobody wants to go back and rewatch your episodes because guess what? None of that stuff meant anything. Oh, like, subscribe, stay awesome, rock on.